from our sponsor, BetterHelp. In Colby, Kansas, where long highways stretched under endless skies and wheat fields danced in the wind, 67-year-old Frank Dillard stood by his old Peterbilt truck. The faded red paint and chrome mirrors reflected the morning sun. Frank had driven trucks his whole life, crossing the country, delivering grain, machinery, and sometimes Christmas trees. He lived in the hum of engines and the smell of truck stop coffee. His logbook was filled with miles and memories. But now, retired and living alone, the house felt too quiet. The silence pressed on him, reminding him of all he had missed while chasing Miles, especially Lily, his only daughter, who had spoken to him in almost a decade after too many broken birthday promises and missed school plays. One morning, Frank received a call from Lily's husband, Tom. "Hey, Mr. Dillard. I'm Tom, Lily's husband. How's it going?" "Oh, good. How can I help you?" Well, listen, Lily and we're moving to Oregon. We got a great job opportunity for me, so she needs some help driving her stuff across the country." "Oh!" Frank's hands shook as he hung up. The weight of years pressed on him, but he saw it as a chance, a last chance to make things right. That Saturday, Lily arrived at Frank's house. Her arms were crossed. Her eyes were guarded. Her brown hair was tied back in a tight ponytail. The air was heavy with unspoken words, but Frank simply opened the passenger door of the truck and said softly, "Ready when you are, kiddo?" And as Lily climbed in, her suitcase rattling against the steps, the engine roared to life. The two set off on a journey neither of them expected would change them forever. The highway stretched ahead, endless ribbons of gray asphalt under the Kansas sun. Frank and Lily rode in silence. The rumble of the engine and the hum of tires on the road filled the space between them. Frank glanced at Lily, remembering the little girl who used to wave at him from the porch when he left for another long haul, clutching a teddy bear and asking, "When will you be back, Daddy?" The memory stung as Lily stared out the window, earbuds in, pretending to sleep to avoid conversation. That night they stopped at a small diner in Colorado. The neon sign flickered. The scent of bacon and coffee comforted in its familiarity. Over dinner, Frank tried to talk, sharing stories of truck stop characters, snowy mountain passes, and sunrise views from the cab. But Lily remained distant, replying with short nods. It was undone until an old country song played on the diner's jukebox that Lily softly whispered, "Mom used to dance in the kitchen." Frank's eyes filled. The memory of Lily's mother, who had passed when Lily was 12, flooded back. "She loved this song," Frank replied, his voice cracking. Lily looked away, blinking back tears, whispering, "She hated how you were always gone." Silence fell, heavy but honest. And for the first time, the wall between them cracked, as Frank whispered, "I know, and I hate it too." They left the diner quietly. The cold Colorado air was sharp, but inside the cab, the silence felt different, no longer empty, but filled with the beginning of something that felt like forgiveness. Crossing into Utah, the Red Rock Canyons and endless sky surrounded them. Lily finally asked about Frank's life on the road. Her voice was cautious, but curious. Frank shared stories of hauling loads through snowstorms, helping stranded drivers, and watching the sunrise in New Mexico after a long night of driving. He confessed the loneliness of truck stops, the ache of missing birthdays and Christmas mornings, and the regret that grew heavier with each mile. Lily listened, tears rolling down her cheeks as she whispered, "I used to wait on the porch every night, thinking you'd come home." Frank pulled the truck over near a scenic overlook, shutting off the engine. The quiet filled the cab as they sat looking at the painted sky. "I'm sorry, Lily. I thought I was providing, but I was just running," Frank admitted, his hands trembling. Lily looked at her father. She saw the years etched in his lined face, the regret in his tired eyes, and something inside her softened. She reached over, taking his hand for the first time in years. She whispered, "I missed you, Dad." Frank's tears fell freely. The years of guilt and loneliness broke as he whispered back, "I missed you too, more than you'll ever know." They sat in silence, the Utah wind rustling around them. Two broken hearts began to mend in the quiet promise of forgiveness. and the highway still waited for them to continue their journey. As they drove through Oregon's pine forests, nearing Lily's new home, the air felt lighter. Conversations flowed more easily. Lily shared her dreams of opening a small bookstore cafe, her love for old novels, and her fear of failing. Frank listened, offering stories of people he met who followed their dreams despite fear, reminding her, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's going anyway. They stopped at a roadside diner on their last night. Lily laughed for the first time. She shared stories about her childhood and college years, the distance between them shrinking with each mile. At dawn, they arrived at Lily's new apartment. The truck rumbled to a stop as the morning light painted the buildings gold. Frank helped unload her boxers, carrying them up the narrow stairs. Each trip was a quiet prayer of gratitude for the chance to help her, even in this small way. Before he left, Lily hugged him tightly. She whispered, "Don't disappear again, okay?" Frank, holding her close, promised, "You're my best haul, kiddo. I'll be around." As Frank drove away, he glanced in the mirror, seeing Lily waving from the porch just as she had as a child. But this time, there was hope in her eyes and peace in his heart. The long highways no longer felt like an escape, but a reminder that it's never too late to go home, never too late to forgive, and never too late to choose love over regret. A truck driver once told me that the road is like life. There are stretches of highway that never end, much like the journey of getting older. Sometimes there are detours and traffic jams, which reminds us that we have no control over everything that happens to us. But just like the truck driver who navigates these roads, we learn to take each turn as it comes, knowing that eventually the road will lead us home. Life can feel like a long, lonely road, and sometimes we lose sight of what truly matters in the pursuit of success or happiness. For Frank and Lily, their journey brought them face to face with their past, allowing them to confront their regrets and heal their fractured relationship. Their story reminds us that it's never too late to mend broken bonds, and that forgiveness and understanding can bring peace to our lives. Just as the highway eventually leads to home, so do the paths of our lives, guiding us back to what truly matters, our connections with others. If you enjoyed this story, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who could use a reminder that it's never too late for a second chance at happiness. If you want to request a new story, leave it in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to be part of the High RPM family. Thank you for joining me on this journey through storytelling. Remember to stay tuned for more stories. Until then, keep turning your pages and embracing the adventure of life. I'll see you on the road.